Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and welcome back. Lesson 25 is the rule of tanween and hamzatul wasl. What's this talking about? This is talking about when we have a tanween before a hamzatul wasl. For example, we have a tanween over here. This is tanween, and then we have hamzatul wasl. How do we connect? Right? Nuhun, Nuhun, Nuhun ibnahu. That's what we hear some people read. Nuhun ibnahu, because they're not taught how to connect this. They read Nuhun ibnahu. They read qadirun alladhi. جميعا الذي مثلا لا, that's the correct way. مثلا القوم, مثلا القوم, مثلا, or مثل القوم. They'll just skip one fatha. They'll go جميع الذي. هذا is not correct. لا يصح. هذا لا يصح. فإن شاء الله what we're going to be teaching them, this is quite simple, as it's shown really clearly. I think as teachers, what you can do is also teach them on the whiteboard. Remember to go over these concepts slowly, let it sink into their brains, and then review it the next day. And go through these examples. If you need any help with any of the examples, you can ask me, inshallah. The next lesson is lesson 26, حروف مقطعات. And what do we know about حروف مقطعات? They are just letters in the beginning of surahs that are read exactly the way they're supposed to be read. Like, they don't have fatha, kasra, dhamma. They don't have anything except for some of them have med letters on top. So what you have to teach them here is the med sign. You have to differentiate it from fatha, kasra, dhamma. It's not the same. What you're going to do when you see this med sign, right, is just going to you'll see this in the beginning of surahs, first of all. You'll just read the letter. For example, I see alif, I read alif. Then lam, lam, mim. And it talks about applying the rules of mim sakina and noon sakina, ghunna, mad. All the stuff has to be applied. Doesn't matter if it's huruf muqatta'at. So for this example, I'm gonna be reading alif, lam, mim. Alif Lam Mim. What do I do? Connect the memes together. Why? Because it is idgham. Idgham the memes, right? Idgham over here. And then what? Lam has med. Meme has lam. Meme has med. Okay, I'm making a lot of scribbles. Only the letters that have three letters in their spelling have med. Ra is going to be two, ta, ha, two, ha, ya, two, ya, two, ta, two. Everything else, sad, alif, dal, right? If the reason why I said three letters, usually the three letters, the middle letter is going to be a med letter, and that's why it's extended. For kaf, ha, ya, ayn, sad, right? You have the example here, ayn, sad. There's ikhfa in the noon. There's no ikhfa here in the noon. It's going to be sin, ilhar, right? Over here, seal, qaf, noon, ikhfa, heavy. Some things you should know, يعني, as teachers, different types of things in حروف مقطعات. And lam mim merging, of course. You're gonna have غنة with idgham with غنة, not between mim and sad, right? Alif, make sure the fa clear. Ta, ha, all right. Good. I think that's about it, inshallah. Barakallahu fikum. And then you're gonna take the student over here for some practice, and they should be able to read this quite easily. Follow the practice guide, inshallah, and make sure they fix their mistakes. And then the last lesson, rules of waqf, really important for them to understand. How do they stop on every word? So once you get to lesson 28, inshallah, let's say they're stopping on the word sadiqeen, sadiqina. Until now, they don't know how to stop. So you're going to be teaching them how to stop in this lesson. صادقين, okay? مستمر. So some things like here, they're gonna have to be applied. Ra is heavy here and then light over here. You have to figure a simple way to explain it. One of the main things you have to also emphasize when it has shadda, the ra must be emphasized. Another thing you have to emphasize is when there's two fathahs on the last letter. For example, uh, where is the example? Qadiran. You're gonna do qadira. Explain to them the principle is that everything will be dropped on the last letter, no matter what it is, unless it has two fathahs. And there's also an exception to that. Unless it is a ta marbuta, then we drop everything, the dots, including the fathatain. Quwwatan will become quwwah. Okay? And when you stop on small noon will not be applied when you stop on the word before shadda or sukoon. What are we talking about here? Shiba as-sama'u munfatirun bih. Right? If we were to connect this or connect this, we'd have the small noon. Shibani as-sama qadirun alladhi. Okay? And there's other things that you should also be careful about. قُلْ صَدَقَ اللَّهُ. Right? Allah, the ha will become the only thing. That's sukoon. And then there's punctuation marks, something to go quickly over. Quite easy to see over here. And then they can practice reading some Quran. Barakallahu feekum. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, this will help them. This book is definitely something they need to master before getting to the Quran. Inshallah, it benefits us and everyone who was able to learn from these recordings. If there are any questions, please let me know. بإذن الله بارك الله فيكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.